Right, we're back and it's on the BMs. We're going to carry on with the F81 build and it's engine out, front end off. Yeah, she's going to be in a bit
shebang.
She's going to be in a bit of a state by the time we finish. The last episode, we got all the rear beam off, all the bits off underneath. So what we're going to get onto now, because I've got that part in from BM, it's been flown in from Germany for me. I'm going to get that welded in and then we're going to get stuff bolted up. Go on.
Do you know it actually doesn't get flown in from Germany?
You told me it's coming from Germany.
No, do you know where it comes from?
Where?
Dordon.
Dordon?
Yeah, it comes from Dordon.
Mate, we live next to Dordon.
Where did you get it from? Cotswolds?
Yeah.
That's why, because you had to get delivered down to Cotswolds.
He went down and back up again.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and Dave's the logistics for
Manager for BMW.
So the new part has come. You can see the difference. It's the same at the ends. That's all I'm going to say. In the middle it's different, obviously, isn't it? So yeah, we'll see how it goes up now. And I can still reference off the M4 because obviously that is that black part on the floor. We're gonna have a little try up now and it should slot all in here. Like I said, might have to make a piece just here for it to kind of bridge. There you go. So that's slotted in there and that's how we've got to fit this on now. And that sorts this engine mount area out. And it looks to fit more or less perfect. So I've got to drill some holes in this where all the spots are and get it fitted up and get it painted up. I've had the weld through primer out again, done both sides on that panel, and then obviously we've done the areas where we've sanded off a little bit just to get these spots or these plug welds on. Yeah, so we're going to get that slotted into position, do that. Once that's welded all up, we can then stone chip it again. Got this rear mount piece off the M4 which bolts on there, 2 bolts there, and obviously there's 2 bolts there. That all lines up. Got the gearbox which has got 2 bolts onto the original side and that bit there. So that now is all in position. All I've got to do, tack that all up, make sure it's all correct, take them off, and then I can weld all the spots all up on it, and then it should be exactly the same as the other side. And that is it, all welded in. So I've just cleaned off a few little high spots where we've welded, but it's welded up pretty well. X-primer back over them, it's where we've welded, and then re-stone chip. I think then start putting stuff back on this shell. So we've got 5 little nubs off, and then I've used shields, and there's like a little matting bit that goes at the front here all the way along here. And I've literally plonked them back on, mark there, there, and there's just one at the back there. There it was, as hard as I looked to weld in. It was an absolute nightmare. But the tacking, I only need really a couple of tacks each side. So I'm going to get this stone chip on now. I know I keep banging on, but yeah. Okay, we're all stone chipped up. So whilst that's drying, I'm going to hopefully start taking some bits off. These to do the fuel tank, filler neck, cups, little clip box for the ABS and wheel speed sensors and stuff like that. Battery cable, get that off. Brake lines, try and get them off because they go up into the engine bay. So I do that both sides. I'm going to get these bits out of here, give them a clean, and then literally fit them straight onto that. Once I've done all the bits underneath here, I can then start on the floor with that pile of bits and then get the rear subframe, rear axle on. In the rear wheel arch area, anything like this fuel tank, I'm going to give it just a bit of a clean off, clean the heat shield, so it's just nice and clean. Same with the exhaust, it's got, I know you're not going to see it's on top of the exhaust, but you know what I mean, just give it a bit of a clean up. And hopefully once we've got through all this pile of bits then, whatever's there onto the car, I can then concentrate dropping the engine all out, because technically then I've got stuff fitted onto the car, it's out the way, and then that can come off the ramp, go here where this pile of bits is, We can strip all the interior, all the dash out, all the loom, and get the loom in.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen what we're about to do.
We're going to get this big black pipe, shove it up this hole there, and hopefully that's the first
bit of the puzzle.
Hopefully. We're going to end up taking it back off, aren't we? No, we're not.
A few moments later.
First part we're fitting doesn't fit. Villanex, petrol, diesel. You can see the slight differences with these little breather pipes and bits and bobs, but the actual pipe itself is exactly the same, isn't it, Dave?
Yes.
So we're happy with that. The bracket is different, which would make sense because it fits into the 3 Series rear arch panel, where it fitted into the 4 Series arch panel on the 4 Series. But I think if I flick these tabs up, I can literally swap that bit over what the cat pull screws into, and job's a good one. Always do a proper job with the first, and then I just brush the second.
Are you happy with that?
I am. I've just got to bend these tabs over now.
Take 2, Stoke.
And that fits. Oh, as Ventura would say.
There you go, like a glove.
They're just panicking over nothing. It's a good job I didn't chuck the fuel tank away.
Yeah, isn't it?
We've been beavering away, and it's all good news.
Yeah.
Got heat shields on.
Yeah.
You've got the cups on for the suspension.
Yeah.
Obviously using the filler neck battery cable.
Yes.
This is the original battery cable. Do you know why? Because I looked at this little code here, checked the code on the M4, and it's exactly the same. So I thought, there's no point me pulling all that out. I've got it on the deck, ready to go. Banged it back on. So we have got fuel lines.
Battery cables all the way on.
Fuel lines and brake lines. We've got them. It's hard to see because everything's black, which it looks tidy, but it's all running down the car, all running up into the engine bay. So that means now we can literally start on the pile down there. I think we've finished underneath.
My favourite pile.
Dave's favourite pile.
Now we're going to do a test, right? Yeah. I'm going to let you give me random bits of that pile,
And you've got to
and I
work out.
guarantee you I know where they go.
Of course you do, because you know everything, Dave.
And that proves that we don't have to lie pits out like that and take up the unit because you're Richard and you want to do what you want to do.
So when Dave gets back on the M4 build, the purple one, free
Listen.
build.
Listen. This is an M4. Mine's an M3.
He's got it on the logbook. Dave will have it all laid out how I've done this.
No, I won't.
This is a great idea.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Why, 'cause you've already done it like that?
So I've already broke 2 of them. We've got a fuel tank. All the lines.
Tank straps are on. These are off the M4. So, yeah, it's going, I want to say too well.
Don't.
There's Tezza.
Big Terry. Hunk of a truck driver here.
This is the real big boy, ain't it?
Well, this is, yeah, and also the other thing is, if this don't bolt on, that's game over. It's,
Well,
everything.
I'm sure what someone would have told you if you wouldn't bolt on.
Yeah, I know.
They've let you know about everything else. We think.
I've got a bit of grease on these, you know, whilst we're here.
Did you inherit that grease and that paintbrush?
No, I have got some I've inherited though.
It's in a few generations, isn't it?
Grease never goes off, does it? Now someone's going to get in the comments and say, you know, grease has got a
Yeah, it's only got an active life in 14 months.
got to come to me.
Yeah, talking to you, chuckle.
Go on then.
Go on, come on. Push it then.
Try
Ready?
this.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Go on, that's it.
You looking lined up?
Ring my bell. My bell. That flat tree.
Paying up a storm, ain't it? What's going on?
Weather?
You learnt your lesson from before, mate?
Yeah. Had a bit of a catastrophe. Yeah.
That rear axle might have a bit of weight to it, mightn't it?
It's added a bit of Yeah, ballast to the rear end. Spread.
Put a strap on the front?
I think we should, yeah.
I think we should, because we'll be under this car soon enough.
Fixing the prop. Don't matter too much, it's carbon fibre. And you know how I know this? Because
You weighed it.
a subscriber commented. See this here? Right? That's where the centre bearing for the prop bolts in. And if you ain't got a carbon fibre prop shaft, you have a centre bearing, and that's what adds all the weight. Apparently it's 6 kilos lighter.
You feel the difference, can't you?
Because you can't do that shaft in one complete jobber in steel. That's why you have to have a centre bearing, where the carbon you can, so
Pay good money for them.
I think, don't quote me wrong, but from BMW, £3,500. But eBay, 300 quid. Get a second hand one. So if you have got, I think it's to do with the exhaust systems. I think it's like 2019 on. What's that filter? Remember the big filter we took out of Dave's Golf?
Yeah.
Saves the world and that.
Yeah.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
I think when they have a different exhaust system, they have to do away with the. I don't know. I'm just rambling on. I don't really know. Apparently to do with the exhaust system on the newer models.
Rear axle's up.
She's bolted on, mate. She's bolted on. Don't look too closely at my diff cover.
That's why you keep getting warning lights. And
Because anyone, can I just say, anyone out there, subscribers, have you got a lower part to one of these diffs? I need the diff cover, because when she went airborne in the M4, when the guy jumped an island or whatever he jumped, he kind of smashed the bottom of the diff and broke all the fins off
yeah,
it.
you've lost a few fins.
Lost a few fins, mate.
Look streamlined now. It's even lighter. Think about that.
It is.
You've saved about 8 grams.
But when you lap in the Nürburgring in whatever minutes,
It's a bit warm, doesn't it?
It gets hot. We're going to get the rest of the heat shields on, the rest of the strengthening malarkey,
Braces, yeah.
and I think that get the discs on. Not put the shoes in because I've got to put the handbrake cable in, but the handbrake cable's still currently in the M4 because you have to strip all the interior out to get to it. But I think we can feed that in.
I hope we can.
Yes. My logic is, if your handbrake cable snaps,
You need to be able to change it.
yeah.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to have to go under like a heat shield.
Oh no, 100% mate.
So
100%,
we're going to put it all on and then take it back off
the
again.
heat shield comes all the way back to here, and the hole is there. So I think we can still feed it in.
I hope
But
we
if
will.
anyone's out there and got the BMW breakdown for fitting a handbrake cable, it's probably remove rear axle, remove petrol tank, remove prop shaft, remove heat shields. So we'll have to take it all back off. Anyway, enough talking,
More doing.
more doing.
If you ever waffle like you waffled in the last episode,
It was explaining.
lost about 1,000 subscribers because of that.
No, people ask questions in the comments, and I was just answering the questions in one big rant.
I think we're going to get you a special edition t-shirt just says waffle on the front.
Get some duct tape and duct tape me up. And as you can see, she's half rolling now. So we've whacked the rear disc back on. The rear handbrake assembly isn't it, because I need some new ones and I need new rear disc. But for now, because I need to get this rolling to get it off the ramp to fit the wiring room so I can get the doors open. So that is the back end built up. All the bits what we took off in the last episode is back on the car to an extent. Took the back bumper on as well, just, you know, have a little look and get it out of the way. So the next step is now to get this obviously rolling. As you can see, we ain't gonna roll with a strap, are we? We need to get all the engine out, running gear, subframe, everything, front bumper, everything off the front of this now, and get that onto that to get this up and rolling. Hopefully in this episode, fingers crossed.
With David, it's going to be started and driving, isn't it?
Yeah, Dave's gonna drive it out. Right, I think we need to get the front bumper off.
You want to cut all the zip ties and that it's held on by?
Zip tie, blue tack. That's right, I use blue tack 'cause it's the same colour as the car.
Come
the
on.
weight up.
I got it.
With only minimal breakage.
That was, you know, when we rebuilt this car, that was 10 times easier. Oh, it is, you know. Let's put it over there, out the way. It's a bit of weight to it. Keep the balance of the car back out. You know?
Put it there just so you know where it goes.
In theory, drive it down the road, put the lights on. Yeah, I knew it was true.
Final step to engine
We're gonna
removal.
cut the chassis legs out so we've got more clearance. No,
Be easier then, wouldn't it?
the brake lines seem to be seized just where they kind of go into there. So
As
I'm gonna,
always.
yeah, I'm going to nip that, cut through that, and then that should undo.
And then it's literally just the
Top mounts.
top mounts, isn't it?
And I think it's on the pallet now, and we should have everything unplugged. We're soon going to find out. And yes, you're going to be out. She's out, and I'm not going to. Well, I am going to say it. It was pretty easy.
Say it.
To be fair. The ECU is on the actual engine. On these, just underneath the inlet. So literally, that one plug there, and then these here, a battery cable and a brake booster vacuum. Gear selector for neutral, which is here, and that's it. And a nerf here. Couple of bolts.
Easy peasy, mate. What do you think as well now? What's got to get moved over to the other car?
Yeah, it's literally whatever all in this engine bay bit here. We get that all onto that now. We can just do what we did in reverse, but like I keep banging on about, we need to get these welded in. Hopefully, my theory is there's two ways of doing this. You either take the subframe off that, which is all the suspension, all the engine mounts, you've got to lift all the engine up, which is, I don't know, we're going to have to weigh this up. Or you plonk it in, bolt it up, weld it in situ, just drop that back off slightly, tidy it all up, paint it, bolt it back up again. I think
that'd be easier.
I think we could do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get this over there and get the rest of that and move some stuff over. So now the engine's all out, we're just having a little kind of look, see what's different on the two cars. A lot of the stuff is the same, literally heat shield here, here, here. It's all the same what's on that car. We took a few bits off when we were getting bits out, so they need to go back on. This carpet bit here, which we took off when we painted it, needs to go back on. Because obviously you're not going to get to that because all the gearbox and engine is going to be there. So, there's not a lot got to be taken off this to put onto that. It's just heater matrix pipes and all this pump system needs to go into there, even though that hasn't got a heater matrix, but the pipes are there ready to be plugged in,
Yep.
put on. Aircon pipe, this electric's here. The brake pipe is already in on that one, it's the same. The brake pipes will run either side to the master. Obviously the master's going to come out when we start getting the loom out, but they're in like little pods either side, which we can get to all that. So like I was just saying, it's mainly the bits like this bracket for the fuel pipes, and it's like a protection thing for the fuel pipes. That all needs to kind of go on. So there's probably about 5 or 6 items.
Yeah, nothing
10,
major.
20 items. And then we can just slot the big boy back in,
Yeah.
can't we?
And the only difference I think was this bracket here for the
Yeah. So I've got this bracket. I bought that
filter.
from BM. See, this bracket here for the air filter this side is part of that. So that sorts that out, and this part here is on that one over there. So let's quickly look, and we've got that one here, which is on that one over there. So that's here, that's there, that's there. That will have that bit there. I think that isn't on. That one. There, where it's like a little, the tab thing's there. But yeah, weird. So you know when we painted all underneath?
Yeah, you don't see any of it.
You don't see anything. But yeah, no, it's done now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's done. So I think the next step, we're going to take a measurement from here to there on that car, clean this area off in these two positions, and we've got, these are handed as well, left and right, and these drop on something like that. Clean that up, bolt that to this, there like that. So when we offer this engine in, it'll be in the correct position, bolt it up, weld it, tack it or whatever. I should be able to get round it, to
I think
be fair.
so, yeah. Get the engine in there.
We want to get rolling, don't we?
Yeah, come on, let's get in.
Right, we're trying to insert that.
I'm too close. I've overcorrected.
Jack ain't got his pallet truck licence, have you, mate? No.
Seen it before?
You want me to?
No.
You want Dave to show how it's done? You've got loads of licence, ain't you, Dave?
I've got all the
I ain't
license.
got no licences, that's why it's so good.
I was driving pallet trucks as a youth, me, mate.
Oh, that looks...
Shock absorber on your side, Sturt.
Yeah.
Talk to us, Stokes.
Whoa,
Time for your close-up.
well, get it off me and get it on that. It's in, ain't it? As soon as we move the exhaust, like Dave said,
Hold on, they don't even know about this.
we're not.
No, so I turned up and they were putting the engine in and we was having a problem. The exhaust kept hitting the pallet. After an hour of speaking to Stoke and saying, why don't we take the exhaust off? We took the exhaust off and guess what happened?
What happened,
Went
Stoke?
straight in.
What happened?
Well, we had to have just a few other bits.
No, we didn't. You changed one block of
And yeah, one buckle because that was causing.
That was it.
But I obviously noticed that, but because Dave didn't notice it, because if he had, he would have told you all about it and how wicked it was and went straight in. No, but it went straight in.
So, the moral of the story, what again?
Teamwork. Teamwork.
No,
is
just
the dream
listen
work.
to me.
I try to, Dave, but I'm trying not to, but you can't help but hear you all the time.
It must be hard,
Yeah, as
that
good
I'm
as you.
always right. I only do it to try and help and save time. It's like, also, I've noticed a little bit of like oil, and I've just made a little suggestion just to have a little look into it while the engine's in this.
I did. I looked into it, and the oil filler cap is
When was the
here.
last time you filled it up with oil, mate?
Recently.
We've also noticed that the turbo's very oily on the one
I
side.
just told you what that is.
All I'm trying to do
The
is give it,
breather
I'm just trying.
goes into
I
the
just
first
all I don't
turbo.
want to happen, mate, is us being on a wicked
Oh,
tour.
you look like you're smiling as if it did happen, it'd be amazing. 'cause
Right.
then
All I
laugh.
don't want to happen is we go on a wicked tour. Obviously, I'm in my M3 touring.
Of course you are.
You're in your
Brand new.
M brand new. You know.
Oh, well, I don't
Because
want it to happen to that.
because
Have you checked the front of your engine?
because
Yours got oil all over it.
Because
Yeah,
the,
right,
way
let's just
the
shut
only
up.
way you're getting one is if your dad buys you one.
It's double yours.
What?
Double yours.
I ain't even got a dad.
Four, haven't
Fine. I felt like my new dad now, he knows in me.
Oh, now you feel better because you've manhandled someone.
Explain the situation.
I can't because got into my head that much now. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Are we going to just weld this up?
Yeah. No, we keep banging on about this. You can see what we're on about now. So we've put some pressure on that. That holds that up there dead tight. We can tack this now, lift it back up, and then we can just fully weld round this, and then we can tie it up after. You just got to do that both sides, and then that's the extra support.
Strengthening bit, yeah.
For the subframe on the M3/M4. Whack the wheel on it then.
Roll it about.
Well, I've got no steering, so
Roll it back and forwards.
back and forth, mate. I think my helmet ain't got on weld mode. Everywhere I look, I've got this dot now.
Dot cotton. Does it feel good to have it back on all fours?
It does, mate. It does feel good, and I didn't think personally we'd get this far in this episode.
You need to have more faith, mate.
No, I think it
Shocked that I'm back and we've made loads of progress.
But
Exhausts, front ends, engines out. You're all, just say thank you.
Dave feels better about himself now, right? But it was quite simple. It come off in big packages, so and that's what we like. Should we just go to the pub and celebrate? No, we can put the front bumper on.
Don't put the front bumper.
We can place it on though, can't we, Dave? Come on. So yeah, Dave's just saying this. Obviously, we've still got a pile of bits on the floor,
We've laid it out so we don't forget where it all goes.
and obviously it goes all in here and all there. But we've got all this kind of wiring that plugs in here, but obviously that wiring is still on that car. So I think this we've got to concentrate now on this car, get it off the ramp over there, and start taking the interior all apart so it gets to that stage, so we can get the loom out into this. Press the button.
Start her up.
Start her up. No, you know when I feel bad, you know when we first started that, but I feel good because
I wouldn't feel too good just yet. We're only halfway through. Do you want to put the front bumper on to make yourself feel better?
no, because according to Dave,
Go on,
that's-
put it on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Stokes, can we get the wings down from upstairs?
Do you look bad?
Well, I've never seen a car with no wings and a bumper.
Look at it. I ain't got to say anything, have I? It ain't got a bonnet, colour what matches, a side skirt, a fuel flap. It ain't got hardly anything, but it still looks good. I'm happy with how we've got in this episode. Even though, yeah, I know, we've just placed the wing on and we've placed the front bumper on. It's got to come back off.
It's for effect though, isn't it?
Yeah, you're getting the gist of it now, aren't you?
Because we love putting stuff on around here to take off. If we didn't put stuff on to take stuff off, we'd probably get something finished.
We would. But you wouldn't know where you're going wrong though, would you?
I'd like to say as well, even though at this very moment in time it looks like he's been painting by numbers on each panel, you can still see how wicked it's going to be.
Look, come round the back.
I really like it, I do.
And that's Dave saying something, you know what I mean? But look, it's got the cannons hanging out the back. I ain't even got the diffuser on it yet, or they need the back bumper built up. Hasn't even got, like I say, the rear lights in.
You need the spoiler as well.
Yeah, I'm getting with a different spoiler to this. So this is for sale, if anyone wants it, drop us a message. It's been wrapped. I wouldn't say it's the best wrap.
Carbon fibre matte, is it?
Yeah. It's rolling, engine's in, exhaust is on. All we've got to do now is the tedious task of getting that off there and stripping the complete interior out to get to the loom, to get the loom placed into this, and then start scratching our heads from there, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
And Dave will go, should have got an M3 loom.
Feeling bad for your M4 though, or what?
No, I'm not now, because this is looking like something.
I think this is better.
Crap anyway, well, it's a breaker anyway. 150k on it, Cat S.
Oh, right.
The
Sorry,
best thing you
sorry,
could have
Dave, yeah. Sorry.
Built, not bought.
Yeah, built, not bought, eh?
As we do every episode, like, comment, follow and subscribe. Especially get in the comments. Everybody says when we release an episode of this, it's your favourite build. So get involved, you know. Tell them how wicked it is.
And tell us what we've kind of forgot or missed.
Yeah,
because that like chassis bit, what I did, was one of the subscribers reminded me, and yeah, we've got that sorted. Yeah, just get in the comments, and thanks for subscribing. And
we will see you next time.
yeah, see you next week.
See you in a bit.